Good morning, children. Welcome back to our social class. Today's lesson is hydrosphere, that is third lesson of paper 1. In continuation, in the last class, we learned about oceans, reliefs of oceans, ocean floor divisions, salinity of ocean. Now, in today's class, let's learn about ocean temperature, ocean currents, centrifugal force, effects of winds, oceans as a resource. Children, this is all about oceans, that is water. What changes are happened in these oceans? Come, let us see. Topics to be covered in today's class: ocean temperature, ocean currents, oceans, and resource. Ocean temperature. Children, ocean temperature shows no more, it won't show more changes than land temperature. When compared to land, the temperature in ocean does not show much variation. There won't be any lot of change. For example, the activeness of southwest monsoon in India is affected by El Nino and La Nino. El Nino and La Nino are the movements of warm and cold currents between East Australian coast and Peru coast in South America. We can see these in Central Pacific Ocean. And these are the effects caused by the changes of temperature in the Pacific Ocean. These El Nino and La Nino are the effects caused by the changes of temperature in the Pacific Ocean. The ocean temperature is influenced by latitudes, winds, ocean currents, unequal distribution of land, and changes of seasons. The factors like latitude, winds, ocean currents, and unequal distribution of land and changes of seasons also affects that influence the ocean temperature. Normally, ocean temperature is -2 degrees centigrade to 29 degrees centigrade. You all know about the ocean water and the temperature, how cold the water will be. And vertical distribution of temperature. As one goes deep inside the ocean, the temperature decreases. You all know when we go inside the ocean, the temperature comes down. We feel very cool. And the fall in temperature is steep for the first kilometer. As we go inside step by step, the temperatures go on decrease. After that, there is a steady decline up to a depth of 5 kilometers. Then after that, below that, the temperature is steady and about 2 degrees centigrade. How much cold it is? 2 degrees centigrade. And come to ocean currents. What are ocean currents? You see, observe here the large mass of water moving in circular movement. This is large mass of water movement is called ocean current. The ocean current is generally movement of a mass of water in a fairly defined direction over great distance. Okay, children, the movement of this water for a great distance is called ocean current. You all know what are ocean current, tides, the movement of water on the oceans, about waves, you know. In same way, this is ocean current. Ocean currents may be classified based on temperature. How these are classified? Based on temperature. The ocean currents are classified as a cold current and warm currents. Okay, children? Warm currents flow towards the poles and cold currents flows towards the equator. The warm currents which are formed near the equator, you all know the sun's rays fall directly near the equator. So the warm currents from equator flows to poles, and cold currents which formed near the poles flows towards the equator. Ocean currents are classified as streams. These currents are classified as stream and drift. See here, currents which flow steadily is called a stream, and currents which flows slowly is called drift. Based on speed, we classify these currents. And centrifugal force. What is centrifugal force? Children, see, a particle, imagine a particle which moves on a circular path that has the same magnitude and dimension. And the force keeps the particle moving on its circular path. When imagine a car wheel, how it moves. And in the same way, the circular movement of water in the ocean when cyclone occurs. This centrifugal force makes the water move in a circular motion. The variation of these forces make the equatorial water to move towards the poles. The centrifugal force at the equator is greater than that at the poles. Okay, children, this force is more near the equator than the poles. Why? Because the great circles at the time of revolution coincide the equator. The round movement of water at the time of revolution coincides the equator. So, because of this, centrifugal force at equator is greater than the poles. The variation of these forces make the equatorial water to move towards the poles. Then see, effects of winds. Okay, the stresses due to the wind and the wind moment modifies in the theoretical direction of currents. Yes, you all know, wind movement of wind changes the directions of anything. In the same way, wind changes the direction of ocean water, that is currents. Due to frictional gliding of winds, water is dragged along the wind direction. How? Frictional gliding of wind drags the water along the wind direction. Come to precipitation. You all know what is precipitation. Precipitation is nothing but rainfall. The equatorial area receives the greatest rainfall, hence the sea level is higher. Equatorial region receives greatest rainfall because of sea level is higher. As a result, warm water moves to north and south from the equator. Then come to solar energy. Solar energy, from where we'll get solar energy? From the sun. Okay, heating by solar energy cause the water to expand. Due to the heat, the water expands. Okay, children, and this causes a very slight gradient and water tends to flow down the slope. And come to the next topic, ocean as a resource. Till now we learned about ocean, the movements of ocean, what the changes that are going in ocean, then how the ocean is acting as a resource to us. Let us learn. Human beings have depended on ocean for their food and livelihood from the ancient type. You all know ocean is a house, big house for fishes, and many people depend on this seafood. Oceans provide abundant food resources like fish and salt. There is variety of fish and water, aquatic life we can see in the oceans, and we also get salt from it. Humans extract minerals like chlorine, iodine from it. Ocean waves are used for generating power. See the children, see this line. This water is used to generate the power. Okay, and what power? That like electricity and nuclear power. Okay, ocean floor is minded for oil and also provide with germs and pearls. We'll get germs and pearls from this ocean. For centuries, we have created our civilization on its shores and traded across each other, traveling over them. Today, oceans have also fallen victim to exploitation. Many large fish like whales have been disappearing. Why it is happening? Because of polluting. We are polluting the oceans. Whatever the water resources there, we are polluting and we are occupying them and making buildings. Oceans have also become dumping grounds for our plastic and other form waste. So Children, save the resource, water resource like oceans and rivers. Okay, take a step to save them for future generation. These are the useful things from oceans, how we can depend on it. Thank you, children. I think you understood today's topic. I'll come back to you with a new topic. Stay home, stay healthy.